Hello, and welcome to a new video series here on the Myths and Mysteries in Black and White YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And as you can tell by the title, it is called On the Hunt.
Yeah, boy.
And this is basically where we're going to be talking about a couple topics every week that are not situated to our subjects that we're covering on the podcast, but basically current events.
Yeah, current events and affairs.
Yeah.
All like with the kind of same kind of genre of what we cover.
Yeah. So, as you can tell by the title, first one of the series. But as always, Ed, how have you been, mate?
All right, mate. Let's say it's only been a couple of days since I've seen you. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, not to worry. I mean, the day of recording this, it is my wife's birthday, so happy birthday to my lovely wife, Courtney. See, even though it's Courtney's birthday, we're still growing.
Yeah, that's commitment.
It's dedication.
Exactly.
But yeah, happy birthday, my darling. Love you so much.
Yeah.
And what are you going yeah for?
Well, it's a happy birthday.
Right. But yeah, no. So we've been thinking about this idea for quite a while now. Haven't we? But and it's like the whole thing. Like, with everything what we've done, it is fuck it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
hopefully you guys enjoy this. Like we said, we'll be talking a couple of topics each time. It'll be like a topic Ed wants to cover, a topic I want to cover.
Yeah.
That is recent events, and the thing that I think, for me personally, that wanted to kickstart this, was the Titanic sub.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's old news now, more or less.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been done and dusted,
but we missed a massive opportunity to even remotely cover it.
Yeah.
So basically, we'll just quickly give our opinions of it.
But also, I just want to say, I think what gave us a good idea for doing this is from our friend Austin.
Yeah.
From Bizarre Junkies, because he does one that's called Deep Dive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know who he is, look him up on all social medias. Bizarre Junkies. He's a great guy, really, really nice guy, and he's really interested. So easy watching. If you enjoy what we do, you'll love what he does.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a really, really nice guy. He's helped us no end.
Yeah.
And he done it, and I think you sent it to me.
Yeah,
like he's covered it. Like when I watched it, he'd done such a good job on it.
Exactly.
So, let's have our go at it.
Yeah. No, so we'll only spend a few minutes talking about it because everyone knows what's happened now. But if you're somehow living under a rock and you haven't heard about this, basically there was a submarine type thing.
I wouldn't even call it that.
No, it was more or less a tin can.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there were 5 people on board. They each spent £250,000 to go on it.
Was that pounds or dollars?
Dollars.
$250,000
to die. Basically.
Yeah.
To basically
to get put through a mincer.
It was a submarine designed to go down to the depths where the Titanic is situated.
Yeah.
And basically look at it, which straight from the get-go, I don't know why you'd want to do that.
I mean, I can kind of get it. I kind of get it, because to see it...
I get the idea,
yeah.
But at the same time, it's pitch fucking black down there. You're not really going to see anything unless it's like right in your face. Yeah. You ain't going to see shit.
But you got to think that is probably one of the most famous shipwrecks in the whole world.
If not the most,
If not the most. And to say I've seen it, I've seen it in the flesh pretty much.
Yeah, but
I can see the fairy tale behind it, shall we say.
I think, I don't know whether it's just me coming from a weird background, but I just think of it as like you spent $250,000 to go down to the depths to look at a graveyard.
Yeah, no,
like thousands of people died there. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
was it thousands?
No. Yeah, it was 2,000 odd on board, so about 1,000 died, at least. So
quite a few people died.
Yeah, exactly.
And died on the Titanic. But I get what you're saying, because as well, the Titanic, they're saying by 2030 or something,
it'll be gone because corrosion and just water pressure and everything is just slowly crushing it.
Yeah, crushing it,
and it's crushing a massive vessel. I mean, it's nothing compared to like cruise ships nowadays. So you've seen that picture of the Titanic in front of the cruise ship. The size difference is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
but if it's crushing that thing, it's going to crush a little tin can thing like that.
Thing is, like, it could have probably survived if it was made right.
Yeah, it was. So again, for
I mean?
those that don't know, it was a untested submarine, I think I saw something. There's been 5 created in the world, similar to that, and that was the only one that hadn't gone through a pressure test.
Yeah.
And look what happened because of it. It was built by off-the-shelf items, very cut and shut job.
Yeah,
I mean the thing was fucking controlled by a gaming controller.
it looks like a game control, but it was by Logitech.
Yeah.
It was by Logitech specifically for that sub, but it looks like an Xbox controller.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, for those that don't know, basically the sub went missing out of the blue.
Only after like a few hours.
Yeah, after a few hours, but they waited 8 hours until they reported it.
Yeah. Well, which in some ways you can understand, because you don't want to. As soon as you think, oh shit, it's gone dark, you think, right, sound the sirens, and then like 20 minutes later it's back.
Yeah, but 8 hours.
Yeah, I know. That
you give it a couple of hours at least, not fucking 8.
No,
especially when you know it's like on a limited time scale for like air supply and things like that.
Yeah,
you want to get that thing found as quick as possible.
That's what I mean as well, because they never classed him as deceased until it was 1 o'clock, like a few days later. Wasn't it? Well, 1 o'clock UK time, when they said that they'd have ran out of oxygen.
Yeah, I mean there was news reports about it constantly. Everyone was talking about it, and there was even like a countdown clock of like how much air supply they had.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone else has said, or quite a lot of people have said this, and I agree with them. They had the best thing happen to them, other than actually surviving.
Yeah.
They had the best thing happen to them, which is the sub imploded. Basically, the water pressure got too much. It's like the polar opposite of explosion, where an explosion, the pressure inside is too much that it just goes bang
out.
The pressure outside just crushes,
sucks every possible bit of air out of it.
And the reason we say that's the best possible scenario that could have happened for them other than surviving is simply because it would have been so quick. I think it happens like 5 times the speed of sound or something. It happens.
I think it's like 0.4 of a second.
That's what I mean. So their bodies wouldn't have even had time to react. Like their brain wouldn't have even been able to register what was happening. So they wouldn't have felt any pain or anything. It would just been, they're gone.
Yeah.
Instant. Yeah. I mean, without sounding horrible, their bodies turned to mush.
Yeah, they got from.
It just liquefied, didn't they?
They paid $250,000 to go for a mincer.
Yeah, exactly.
A glorified mincer,
which is just fucking mad.
Yeah, it is.
The thing is, like, it's not been tested.
No. Which, if I was one of them, that would have been the first thing I'd have been like, I don't know.
Something like that. And then you think, I'll pay $250,000 to go on it. It's like, are you fucking mad? Like, you'd have to pay me $250,000 to attempt to go on that fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, nah.
Well, no.
If it's not been tested, I am not nowhere near it.
Fuck that for a game of soldiers.
Yeah, exactly. But I think one of the saddest parts of the story, bless you,
thank you,
is the lad who went on it.
Yeah.
He did not want to go on it, but he went because it was Father's Day.
Yeah. And his dad desperately wanted to go on it, so he said, all right, I'll go on it with you.
Yeah.
Because he was saying beforehand he was terrified to go on it.
Yeah. Have you seen the picture of them all sitting in it?
Yeah. It's like the most claustrophobic thing ever.
Yeah, there was no luxuries.
And I mean, what's it take, about 2.5 hours to get down there or something like that?
It was something like that, yeah.
So you're sitting in that small... You can't stretch out or anything.
No, you are cramped up.
You cramped up for 2.5 hours, and then God knows how long you was expected to stay down there to look at the Titanic.
Yeah.
And then 2.5 hours to come back up.
Yeah. So
you would have to have been in Pilates to be all right with that. He's just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm all good.
We wouldn't have fit in it, mate. Let's put it that way. No.
So, because there was all that talk as well, weren't there, about like, apparently you can hear knocking from the hole and all that sort of thing. It was like, well, you blatantly didn't.
No,
because by the time it didn't even make it down there, did it? It made like 3/4 of the way down and then it imploded or something like that.
I thought there was videos of them actually starting to see it. And that was, no, I don't know.
No, because surely if they're starting to see it, the pressure wouldn't have been that high up there.
Huh?
If they were starting to see it... see the Titanic. I thought you meant see the thing coming back up.
No. No, I'm pretty sure I saw a video of them like starting to see it, but it could have been faked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's say when it comes to this stuff, I'm not the best at it.
Nah, not mine, in all fairness, but
Especially now, like AI and that, it's just ridiculous.
oh, it's fucking manic, honestly.
Yeah, like
You can
especially
fake
for our,
anything.
especially for our fields, like it makes our job 100 times harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought I saw something like that, but now I'm thinking like, well, how did I get that footage? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but I think, what was I going to say? Like, I think it did get down. It must have got down there for that pressure to
Yeah, it must have been somewhere near there at the very least for the pressure to have
implode.
imploded it.
But like I say, whatever depth it was, it weren't good. Weren't good, Chief.
That's why I find water terrifying. I know we've talked about this before, but the thing, it's like the pressure can do that to you, and the thing with water, it's like it don't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, what was it? I can't remember what I saw it on, but it's like, let's say, for argument's sake, right? You're in a submarine, and there was the Titanic. Actually, that's a perfect example. Obviously, it was starting to sink the Titanic, so obviously, from the Titanic's point of view, it was flooding. You could barricade doors and seal it. Like, the water doesn't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It waits.
Yeah.
It will eventually get through. Do you know what I mean?
Say that about space, though.
I mean, yeah, true.
I mean, that tears you apart.
Yeah.
As much as water. I mean, if you're like neck deep in water, you're all right. You're neck deep out in space, you're dead.
You're dead, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that's why, like, I prefer the water to space.
Yeah.
And as well as cool monsters, apparently. So,
Yeah.
well, cool creatures anyway.
Yeah.
Apart from blobfish.
Fuck blobfish.
Fuck blobfish.
But no, that's basically our quick insight into the Titanic sub.
Yeah.
Like we said, we'll be talking a couple topics here and there. Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah.
For my little quick one, I'm going to be doing about. I'll probably come back to it as well once the investigation's done. But it is the new Loch Ness monster hunt that they're doing at the end of this month. Actually.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it is. Hang on, where's the old blower? I mean, phone. It's the plan for the biggest Nessie search in more than 50 years. They're saying. Oh. They're since the 1970s. They are having drones fitted with infrared cameras. They're going to be flown over the loch, and a hydrophone is to be used to detect unusual underwater sounds. Kind of like what I imagine that's like what they used to get whales and stuff.
Right?
Like that.
Yeah.
The search is actually going to be held on the 26th and the 27th of August. We've missed out, like, because I say it all started coming out when we was on our hiatus.
Yeah.
So, but we missed out. Well, it would have been cool to go, but we got to then drive all the way down to Scotland. Up to Scotland. And
long.
it's fucking long. But the Loch Ness Centre in
Oh my god! Drum the Drocket.
It sounds like somewhere in Denmark. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. And a volunteer research team called Loch Ness Exploration are organising the event. They said it's going to be the biggest search since the Loch Ness Investigation Bureau, studied the Loch in 1972. The Bureau was set up in the 60s, which I did cover on our Loch Ness Monster episode, which was last year.
Fucking hell.
No.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Yeah, we've only been going. We started in March last year.
Fucking hell. Oh, yeah, we are, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, last year. So that was our third actual episode, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, so. But yeah, it was set up in the 1960s to uncover the existence of a large beast in the waters. People could pay for trips on the loch during this month's search. Stop that. Alan McKenna of the Loch Ness Exploration said, "It's our hope to inspire a new generation of Loch Ness enthusiasts, and by joining this large-scale surface watch, you'll have a real opportunity to personally contribute towards this fascinating mystery that has captivated so many people from around the world." Paul Nixon, general manager of the Loch Ness Centre, I got this from the BBC, by the way, so has said that the search would involve technology not previously used before. A spokeswoman has added, volunteers' safety is of course a priority during the quest. Fuck that. Mate, if I'm there and there's a chance that I'm going to see... I don't care about safety.
You just said you wanted safety galore to go on the Titanic sub. Yeah. But then when it comes to potentially seeing a plesiosaur or whatever the fuck it is, you've went, nah, safety don't matter.
Yeah. Pretty much. I'll admit I'm a hypocrite. I don't care. But fuck that. Look, if there's a chance, I'm diving in. I know the water's like 5 degrees.
Yeah, I was going to say.
5 degrees all year round. Like, it's freezing. You can't actually stay there for very long. No. I don't care, mate. I'm jumping in. I'm wrestling Nessie. Like, if there was a chance and people were like, oh no, you got to be safe. Fuck that. I'm meant to be a hunter. Have you ever seen... Could you imagine, like, Craven the Hunter or someone like that? Be like, nah, I can't do that. I've got to be safe. Or Steve Irwin, like, nah, my safety's priority. Bollocks! He'd be jumping straight in there.
I'm just saying, look what happened.
Nah, Stingray, it's different.
It's still one safety.
Oh, nah, I ain't having this. I'm not having this on it. I will fight you. Steve Irwin is God.
Oh yeah, I love Steve Irwin, but I'm just saying. It's like, nah, fuck safety. It killed him.
What would you rather do? Die like that or die with like cancer or something?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Do you know what I mean? Though, like he died doing something he loved.
Yeah, true.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Nah. Fuck safety with that. All viewing points are on land, and volunteers will be briefed by organisers each morning on suitable viewing points to ensure their safety. Right.
All viewing points are on land. The fucking thing's in water, mate.
And the water's black. Look, I've been there.
All right, so they're conducting the search on when? The 26th and 27th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already concluded it. They're going to find fuck all.
Yeah, probably. Let's be honest, probably.
For fucking hell's sake.
Because they're going to be looking at land. And I'm not joking, the water is black because of the peat and everything. It is so dark. You're going to you ain't going to see nothing, I'm telling you.
Fucking hell's bells. What do you mean?
Oh no.
You're searching the biggest search for over 50 years, and you're doing it on land when the thing's in fucking water.
Well, I think that's only like volunteers, like say if me and you went.
Oh,
I think they're actually having.
I was gonna say,
they're having the drones going out with infrared.
Yeah.
To scan the lot.
Fucking on, man.
And they've got the hydrophone in there. So.
Yeah.
So they've got to be doing that by water. But, yeah. In 2019, scientists said that the creature behind repeated sightings of the fabled Loch Ness monster may be giant eels, which we did discuss. Researchers from New Zealand tried to catalogue all living species in the loch by extracting DNA from water samples. Following analysis, the scientists ruled out the presence of large animals said to be behind reports of a monster. Saying that, though, they said there were no otters or seals in there, even though they have seen them.
Mm-hmm.
No evidence of a prehistoric marine reptile called a plesiosaur or a large fish such as sturgeon were found. But, like I said on the other one, Aldi McKay, she saw something. But, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I would love to go, but it'd be the thing of having people telling me where I can go, what to do.
Yeah.
I want to be able to conduct our own research.
Yeah, it's like almost like you show up, it's like, right, have at it.
Yeah.
Sign this, so you're doing it at your own risk. Have at it.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, you got to stand there and just look out.
Yeah. You're like,
Fuck off.
Because I'm going to find something, ain't I?
Yeah, looking at one spot all fucking day.
Yeah.
The loch's 26 miles long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so many 100 feet deep, like, you ain't gonna see it unless you were there, like looking at the whole top of the loch for 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna see shit.
Or unless it pops up and goes, all right, bruv.
Yeah,
and just goes back down.
That's what I mean. When the day arrives and we go up there, because we will,
yeah,
at some point, and I want to do our own hunt. Like I want to buy a boat specifically to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, you know, like can you remember Meg? When they attract the Meg using the whales.
Yeah.
I want to like try and do something like that. Chuck a bait in, you know,
just see what comes up. Yeah.
Just go. I want to like go around the whole side, like round the outside of it, like all 26 miles, like on the banks and that. See if you find tracks or anything like that. Any disturbances. Yeah.
Go ham, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Like do a full-on exploration of it, not just stand there and look out for a fucking sea beast. That's like saying, "Oh, we're gonna look for Bigfoot." You gotta go on a paraglider and just go straight over.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that is nothing to do with it.
It's like NASA coming out. It's like, right, we believe there's aliens in the airspace. We're going to look for them. How are we doing that? Well,
going in a cave.
See this table here? We just stare at it until your eyes start going blurry. If they go blurry, it means there's fucking aliens up there. Righto?
I mean, I get why they're doing it, because like of how people are now. Like if there was a bit more exciting with it, shall we say, as someone got hurt, then they could sue them.
Yeah, but then that's why you should sign a waiver saying you do it at your own risk.
Yeah.
Then that protects them.
But then it's just a chance of like crowds of people, and it could piss like locals.
Yeah, of course.
I can understand it in a way, but at the same time, like, nah, I want to.
But at the same time, with the locals
when
thing,
I go hunting, I'm going hunting.
Well, at the same time with the locals thing, that's their biggest fucking attraction.
Oh yeah, it is.
No one would know about Loch Ness if it weren't for the monster, unless you lived there.
Mate, look, I said it on the Loch Ness episode when me and Courtney went there for when we got engaged, actually. Fucking. Yeah, it was Loch Ness Monster Fish and Chip Shop, and they know how to fucking charge at all. Don't get me wrong, it was nice. Not for that much. For that much, I wanted a piece of Nessie. Do you know what I mean? Look, I was tempted when they gave it to me, and I was like, is it fucking Batter's plesiosaur? Like, I was thinking, fucking hell. But yeah, no, the whole place, yeah, of course, they're going to, and you can't say I blame them.
No, I don't.
But no, so that'll be something we'll be coming back on if they do find anything. But I highly doubt it, as much as it fucking pains me, because like it's Nessie, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what I've always loved. But yeah, I'll be very surprised if they do find anything.
Yeah,
it's because we're not there.
It is. Should have got us involved. We would have found it.
Yeah, I would have found.
Oh, we at least gave them a bollock, and it's like, right, you stand on land. It's like,
I'll just look out the field.
Yeah, innit? It's like, I still can't see it.
Yeah, I can't. But no, that'd be a good one. We could do like a couple of times when we do go. We could do like Loch Ness and do like Loch Morak as well.
Well, yeah, might as well. Do the whole thing.
Do the lot, mate. Just
yeah,
go full on monster hunting. But yeah. Right, so next thing, we've got to buy a boat. Well, that's gonna
play back a few years.
That's gonna please the wife. Oh, where we going on holiday?
We ain't.
I've just bought a boat. Why? Monster hunting. I don't even like the water. Well, you ain't coming. It'll be a nice boat, I promise. Might start looking after this.
Fucking hell.
But you was mentioned earlier about aliens.
Yeah.
Is there something about aliens you want to discuss?
Well, there is indeed.
I haven't brought that in.
Yeah. We're getting good, boy.
We know this shit.
I haven't got a lot of it, but it's something we can discuss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, basically, and I got this from Bizarre Junkies as well, so big up Austin again.
We're not copying you.
We promise.
We're not, but I'd like to say he is actually a big inspiration.
Yeah, he is.
Ever since because you was the one who found it on TikTok and showed it to me, and like I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think like we do look up to him a lot because it's stuff that we love to cover, and he does it such in an entertaining way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we aren't copying you, mate.
No.
I'm promise you. And anyway, no, we're good because he wants us to go Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah, exactly. So, big up. But
sorry, mate, but could you imagine that? Like in a couple of years or so, we're going to America, meeting Austin, and then going Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah,
life made. Because it'd be even if we didn't go Bigfoot, it'd be just nice to meet him.
Yeah,
because he's, like I say, he's such a good, like, a real nice chap and everything.
He's a massive UFC fan.
Yeah, I know.
He could probably get us to an event. Austin, can you get us to a UFC event? Please. Please. How sick would that be?
That would be pretty sick.
That'd be the perfect thing, right? Meeting up with Austin, going Bigfoot hunting, going to watch UFC. Perfect. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm sold now. But no, basically, Austin done a live stream the other week, and it was about the United States House Committee. And basically, they've come out and said that they believe that there are UAPs that are a threat to US airspace. Now, UAP, for those that don't know, is basically a rebranding of UFO. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, UFO stood for Unidentified Flying Object. UAP stands for Unexplained Aerial Phenomena. Mm-hmm. And they also came out on this House Committee and said that they have apparently recorded sightings at every single naval training installation in the country.
Fucking hell.
And on top of that, the US government is also said to be in possession of non-human entities and non-human crafts. And that was on a US House Committee. Mm. That's where I thought we could discuss about it, because we've been through it countless times on the Aliens podcast and on other podcasts. I mean, like on other episodes. Yeah. Where we've said, realistically...
What got me, right, because we spoke briefly about it Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah.
What got me is even Lewis is saying, starting to believe it.
Yeah. And he is, like, obviously
we're not saying like he's shallow or like that, but
he's very sceptical when it comes to this kind of thing.
He's very sceptical, and it's a very healthy skepticism, I'd say. But even he's like, yeah, I could quite believe that. And it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, if me and Josh had that, like, that's kind of like fair, because it's
us.
It's us. It's what we do. But when Lewis is saying stuff like that, who you know from the Aliens episode and SeaWorld episode, it's just like, really?
Yeah.
Like, there must be something behind it. But at the same time,
it's the whole them being able to travel here.
It's that, but even with them saying it, they could be. It's so vague.
Yeah.
Saying like non-human, like non-human
entities.
Could that? Is that mean like non-human flown? So could that be like one of them weather balloons?
Maybe, yeah. But an entity is obviously like a body. It's like
yeah.
But at the same time, right? I know this is ridiculous, but a non-human entity. Well, a fucking dog is a non-human entity. It's not human, is it?
That's what I mean.
It's a dog.
It's a fucking bat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
so
what I mean?
It doesn't necessarily mean alien.
It don't mean like it's something.
It could be a bioorganism.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone knows that there is bacteria in space.
Yeah.
So they're technically classed as aliens. So it could be something as simple as that.
Yeah, but then, like you said, with a non-human craft, fuck knows what that could be.
Yeah, because could that be like non-manned craft?
I really don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
it literally could be anything.
If it means like not of this earth, then okay.
No, yeah, okay, you've got.
But they didn't say that.
No,
they just said like it's
non-human,
which
could be fucking anything.
Yeah, if it's non-manned, that's a drone or a weather balloon.
Yeah,
something like that. Because it sounds like it might be like I'm probably being borderline like stupid about it, like proper like cynical about it, but it's just, why would they come out and say pretty much that there's aliens?
Yeah. Do you know what I thought though when I was looking at it? If anything was to be said about this before everything that's happened in the past few years, so obviously we all know the world's fucked, right? So the planet's dying. You've had the pandemic that we're now coming out of. You've had refugee crisis, economy crisis, civil wars, all this sort of shit, right? And then with the rise of pop culture, with the films, TV shows, games, etc., right? Yeah. If this come out 5 even 10 years ago, everyone would be going insane about it.
Yeah, it'd be like War of the Worlds.
It's just come out the other week. No one could give a fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not on worldwide news or anything like that.
Not really.
No one could care.
No.
And it's like they did the same with the during the pandemic, where they had Air Force pilots come out and said they've seen and they've recorded footage of UFOs in their vicinity.
Yeah.
No one gave two shits because everyone's like, yeah, but am I going to die of COVID?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's they picked their moments perfect.
They have.
But this is the one time where it's like, there's nothing really, like I just said, yeah, okay, the world's fucked in that, but there's nothing major going on, like a pandemic type thing.
No.
So you think more people be talking about it, so why no one gives a shit?
I just think, surely all they're doing is just creating drama.
Yeah.
For him to bring it out, like, yeah, there's aliens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get the COVID one, because let's say, for argument's sake, there was an alien invasion, right? And people will be like, well, why didn't the government say it? It's like, well, we did. We told you during COVID there were fucking UFOs. That gets them out the clear, do you know what I mean? Because everyone's so focused on something else, it's the perfect time to release something, because it's just going to be like in one ear and out the other.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what gets me, what I was getting at, is like, the fact that no one really, other than like people like us, but like the general public, I'll say, no one gives a shit. No. Or they don't even know about it.
No.
That's what gets me, where it's like, but is it actually aliens then? If no one could really care,
yeah,
what is it? Do you know what I mean?
I think like you say, if it was broadcasted worldwide and stuff like that,
yeah,
then it's like, okay, and there's footage,
yeah,
and stuff like that. Then it's like, okay, they're onto something.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're not talking about like fucking, I don't know, Uganda or somewhere. We're talking about the United States of America.
Yeah.
One of, if not the biggest country in the world. I don't mean like size-wise, I mean just like well-known and everything. Yeah, like, the biggest country in the world.
Yeah.
And even they don't look like they don't give a fuck.
No.
Unless it's people like us that have a genuine interest in this kind of thing. Everyone else is just like, oh, all right, yeah, what's for tea?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is... Yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
No.
Because it seems so vague.
Yeah.
It seems so vague, and it just seems too good to be true.
And as well, like, what I noticed for that committee footage, because I watched Austin's live stream of it, they were so scared to even mention the word alien.
Thing is, because alien doesn't always... In most people's eyes, alien does mean little green man from Mars, but alien... Like, the general term alien means like illegal immigrant.
Yeah,
or something.
There's another word for foreign, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. So when...
But it's almost like...
Or they didn't even mention, like, extraterrestrial.
No, or something that, like, would pinpoint it to what you're fucking on about. Yeah. Instead, they've just left us with even more questions.
The thing is, because then, like, if you said the word alien, it's like a doom word, like a horror word. As soon as you mention the word alien, then people are like, oh my god. They start thinking of films like Alien,
Independence Day, or shit like that.
Day.
Yeah.
They start thinking of the worst, District 9. You know what I mean? They start thinking, oh my god. Like, but if they're just saying this craft, like the people like me who are going to play it off, they're saying like, nah, it could be anything.
Yeah.
They're just being vague about it. When in reality, it could be something out of space.
I get the whole fear factor side of it, but it's like, you're almost answering the question without answering it.
Yeah.
Like, because it was put to them bluntly. It was like, do you believe there is, like, extraterrestrial life out there or whatever that? And, you know, typical fucking politician talk where they'll just waffle about something completely different. It's like, yeah, but you could have just said yes or no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was very, very much like that. So, it is a bit of a weird one. It's like, so... What is it?
But speaking of which, like, because, dude, I don't know if we spoke about it on the podcast, but you've had a couple of sightings.
Yeah, I think we did mention it.
Did we?
I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, we mentioned it on the UFO sightings in UK.
Yeah, because we mentioned one, but you had two, didn't you?
Yeah,
like, pretty much simultaneously.
One after the other, where it was just like
every day,
just like a light that just went. Because I know, obviously. Again, coming from not a skeptic side of it, but like a sort of...
We've got to be skeptic.
Yeah. I instantly thought plane.
Yeah.
But what plane goes like that? It weren't flashing or anything like that. But what plane, because there was a white light one day and then a blue light the next. What plane does that? There ain't a fucking plane out there unless the damn thing's crashing or in a fighter pilot.
That is, like I said,
What's he in a Star Wars X-wing?
That's similar to the one I had when I was real young, which I spoke back. 'Cause I was watching David Attenborough, and I remember seeing that, and that scared the life out of me as a kid.
Yeah,
and seeing that, and and that was doing the same thing.
Yeah,
going, like across, kept doing that, and then like move a bit, and then it do it again. And I remember I could feel like the fear of God.
Yeah.
Like,
well, with yours, right? After it did that, did it just like fuck off?
I didn't give it a chance, mate. I was out there.
I was watching mine. I was like glued to it,
Yeah.
and it did that, and it just went boom, like a shooting star, just completely disappeared. I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck was that? It's even a drone. Because that's what entered in my head after. I was like, oh, it could have been a drone because they can move like that.
Yeah.
But they can't go that fucking quick. No way in hell.
No, and as well, for it to be a light for you to see, you'd have probably have heard it as well because they're quite loud.
Yeah.
Aren't they? So,
who knows? Let us know your thoughts. Do you believe? I mean, well, I've asked this question countless times, but do you believe the United States government, where they're saying they are in possession of this sort of thing? But plus as well, are they just saying that because it's very similar to like Cold War-esque, where they just wanted to one-up Russia, and I'm not saying Russia in particular, but they just wanted to one-up other countries.
Yeah, maybe.
They're just saying it because they can.
Yeah, maybe. But then all they're doing is leaving them open.
Yeah.
For like major ridicule.
We really need to get Austin on another episode because I think he'd be the perfect person to talk to about this.
Yeah, I'm down.
So Austin, if you're watching, we'll have to sort out you coming back on the podcast because I'd love to hear your input on this.
Yeah, massively.
And see if we can come up with a conclusion.
Yeah, because thing is, right, like this episode might as well be called just us fanboying about Austin. But with him, it's very grounded.
Yeah.
When we spoke to him and like on his episodes, he's very grounded. He don't go like down rabbit holes.
No,
he sticks to the point. And I think he could probably put it in a way for us to understand.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, as well, being an American.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's all well and good us sitting back here as British and being like, yeah, it could mean that, could be that. But, let's be honest, the United States vocabulary and the British are so different.
Yeah. How can some be so similar but so different?
Yeah, innit? You're like, eh? And then the Australians are even more different, do you know what I mean? It's like, all three speak English.
Yeah, but then...
But they don't make sense to one another. So, like, an American could be sitting there watching this going, they mean X, Y, Z, and we're just going, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that's very random and very just weird. Just come out and pretty much say, yeah, there's aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
We can do about it pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, start prepping.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Start prepping for the apocalypse because it's coming. I ain't going to go to the bad one. Like, the world's ending. Hear ye. Yeah, start being a town cry. But like, I mean, because I'm a very weird person. I'll admit that, and I love like the idea of prepping and everything. Like it, like for when something does go, like when the world goes dark,
tits up, yeah,
as they say, and then you'd be like, yeah, it's all right, I can survive.
Yeah,
it's all right. Like, I like the idea of it. I ain't actually done a lot of it, apart from the tool side of it.
You stockpiled toilet roll during the pandemic.
No, I didn't. That's the thing. I'm the world's worst prepper because I didn't do shit. I didn't do nothing like that. I remember once actually when the pandemic did start, and me and my nan went shopping. I was like, "Get all the tin food we get." And I've got like tin meatballs, and I'm like, "Why?" Tin spaghetti and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll get all the tins we can." And toilet roll. Well, but the toilet roll was already fucking gone.
That was ridiculous. Honestly,
pasta. People went mad for pasta.
Yeah, pasta and toilet roll were like the two biggest. You're like, why? I don't get it. It was a mad time. When I think back, because it was only a few years ago, but it feels like a lifetime ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, how fucked it all was. Like, the world literally did just stop.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's like I mentioned it before, but it's like, that will be something like our kids or our grandkids will learn about in school.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, obviously, we learned about things like the bubonic plague and shit like that. They will learn about the COVID pandemic.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And it's almost cool. It's like, like your kid coming up and you're like, Dad, we learned about the COVID today. It's like, oh, they would have died.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where everyone's mental health was just in calamity. There wasn't a single place open. There were dickheads that bought every single roll of toilet roll they could get.
But what got me is, like, with the toilet rolls and the pasta, like, can you imagine, like, just sitting there, like, oh, stay at home and everything, like, I need a bolognese and a shit. Every day. Don't know how long it's going to last, but I know I'm going to need a shit and a bolognese.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking weird.
So that's what... I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very crazy time, I must admit.
Fucking insane, honestly.
Crazy time.
So I remember when it was first just starting to happen. Because that's when us and the boys were like still playing football and everything.
Yeah.
And even we was at the time going, nah, it's just going to be like another fucking cult. Little did we know what the fuck was coming.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were saying it'll be like Ebola and stuff like that.
Where it's just like it disappears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which in all fairness, it kind of did. It took its time.
Yeah.
But it has just kind of fucked off, innit? And, but like, it was when I started watching like the news and that, and it'd be like, oh, Spain are locked down. And then it was like Italy, and then do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like, oh, this is actually getting a bit close.
But like, I can remember the day when we got shut down. Like, I was right mad. Like, I remember getting like driving to work, thinking just like another day.
Yeah.
I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. Getting there, and everyone was still out front in the car park. I was like, what's going on? And seeing contracts manager, and he was like, hang on a minute, Ed, like, we don't know what's going on here. I'm thinking, what, is there murder on site or something? A fucking gunman on site? Like, get your bricks! I was thinking, what's going on? And he said, well, because of COVID, we might be the site's going to shut down.
Yeah.
And then that was it. My head was spiralling. I was thinking, fuck, how am I going to, like, survive?
Yeah, everyone just went in a panic mode, didn't they?
The thing is, right, like, I know I could survive, but it's my loved ones.
Yeah, that was the worst bit.
I could disappear.
It was the fucking, like, where it's like, you must stay at home. It's like, fucking say less, brother. I could do that piece of piss. But, you know, but it's things like...
your bills ain't stopping.
No. And
stuff like that.
It's like, you can't see your families, and then you do start thinking, especially like elderlies, and you're like, well, are they going to be alright? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All this, it's just fucking manic, honestly.
It was.
So I'm so glad it's over, though. Fuck me. I never, ever want to go through that shit again.
No.
Fuck that for a laugh.
No. But
anyway, I got a bit mad at the end.
Yeah, got my COVID as well.
Yeah. But, no. Really do appreciate you listening to this, not listening, watching. This is on YouTube. Really do appreciate you watching this episode. Let us know what you think. Let us know what sort of topics you'd like us to cover on it. Like we said, we'll still be obviously continuing with the podcast. This will just be like an off-topic thing. We'll be talking about more current events, we'll say.
Yeah.
And giving our opinions on certain things. So if there are specific things you'd like us to cover, please do let us know.
Yeah.
And... do we do it where we say all our socials and everything?
I
think by now you know them all. We'll still do it on the podcast, but yeah, please leave a comment, actually. Seeing this YouTube series, leave a comment what you'd like us to cover, or give your opinion on anything that we have covered. And let us know what you think of this series idea.
Yeah.
Like we said, this is the first one, so it is a bit ropey at the minute. We'll soon get into the flow of it like we did with the podcast. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Happy hunting.